Today, I'm going to be talking to all of my Etsy sellers, my handmade Etsy sellers. So if you are someone who makes jewelry or paints furniture, or you are someone who already has a successful, and I say with quotes, a successful Etsy shop, because as we know, success has a lot of things with it, especially with Etsy, right? You can be having the best shop, but you could be stressed out of your mind. Am I right? So I'm talking to all of you Etsy shop owners who are already making handmade items. So if you guys don't already know me, I'm Lindsay. I'm a party decorations designer who recently took all of my party decorations digital because, let's face it, I was stressed the F out. And so I want to talk to those of you who are feeling stressed out in your Etsy handmade business. Maybe, you've just kind of hit a wall in the sense that like you start to kind of feel resentful, right? You love what you do, but at the same time, it can get overwhelming when you have tons of Etsy orders, right? And you're like, am I even making enough for this? I mean, I remember writing some girl who was a party decorations designer just like me on Etsy, and she was making these adorable bags. And I reached out to her and I said, "Oh my God, these are adorable." And she was like, "I know, but I'm regretting taking this order because I'm just like over it." And I'm like, "I totally get you." Like, it's like you love what you do, but at the same time, it's like you're doing too much work for how much you're getting paid, right? And so we want to change that. That's what I want to do for you. I want to help you become abundant on Etsy without having to work your booty off, right? So if you can transition your business from this handmade business to a more digital printable option, that's what I want for you. And that's what I want to help you do. And what I want to talk about, the things that you need in order to do that. So I'm just going to mention three things. It's going to be a pretty quick video today, but I want to mention three things that are going to help you become abundant with printables on Etsy so you can transition that handmade business to a more digital option so that you don't have to work so hard and still make money, right? Because that's what we want. So the first thing is, let me just quickly tell you my story. I was printing and shipping party decorations, and I really do still enjoy it. And I do get to continue to actually make the printed and shipped items currently. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how I'm able to do that. But what I want to talk about is the two biggest things are commitment issues. If you want to switch your business over to so you won't be resentful of your customers and you won't be resentful of the time that you're spending on your products, right? The first thing is a time commitment. So you will have to invest a little bit of time into changing your business over from your already very successful Etsy shop to a more digital version, right? Because it's almost like you have to step back to go forward. You know how they say that? You have to kind of stop to go forward. And that's kind of where I found myself at a time where, I had this successful shop, but I had to pull back on creating some of these party decorations because then I wouldn't have like served my commitment of moving things over to digital, right? So if you can just put some time in to creating this, you're going to realize that on the back end, there's not going to be any work, right? You're not going to have to ship your items. You're not going to have to make your items. You make them one time and then you get to sell them. And that is what's so awesome about printables and why I recommend it for all of you who have a handmade Etsy business to kind of change that over. And the other thing about time is what I love is once you make that time commitment up front, what you'll be able to do is you open up so much time on the back end because let's say you have all of these printables. Now you can kind of continue to do your old printed and shipped or painted furniture or jewelry as well. So you don't have to say no to that anymore, but you can say yes to so much more. And that's what's so fun is like I can still make, and what I was saying earlier is I can still make my printed and shipped items, but I'm not resentful because I'm like, this is just one party. Maybe it's one printed and shipped party that I do for an entire month. Whereas before it was like every week I just couldn't catch up and I couldn't catch up. And again, I was just resentful of how long it was taking me for how little pay I was getting, right? So whereas you make the time commitment, you also get that time back where you can continue to be creative and do what you want, but you're also still making that passive income from the printables, right? So the other commitment is around financial commitment. So in the same sense, you're going to kind of pull back a little bit from your current shop in order to make room for your time to create this new stuff, right? So you're gonna have to stop making some of the things that are taking your time and are making you feel resentful and make you feel exhausted. You're gonna have to pull back from that for a little bit and then invest the time up front. And again, even though you're going to lack some of that financial, the money coming in from you doing your side hustle, you're going to get it in the back end because you're going to put the time up front. So, and then the other part of financial commitment is you're going to have to decide what software you're going to use, right? And everybody that whenever I talk on here, I tell you I use Adobe. I love Adobe products. That's what I use to make all of my printables. And so those are the two commitments. And then the other commitment that people don't realize is their mindset. So you might think, oh, I don't know if I can transition to like a printables. I only make jewelry. I only make my party decorations, whatever it is that you do in your Etsy business. The thing is, you can do it. You just have to train your brain to realize that you can do it. And of course, everybody knows that I love writing my gratitude journal. That is the number one recommendation I have for your mindset. So if it's something, if you're coming across a block and you're saying, can I do this? Could I switch my business over? I am feeling resentful. This is ringing true for me, Lindsay. Then this is such a perfect time for you to start to get that mindset so that you can build that confidence to make the change. A lot of times we come up on a lot of limiting beliefs that hold us back, that tell us we can't do something, that we're not good enough for something, that's Lindsay could do that, but I can't do that. Like I could never do that, right? Those are all limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are things that are beliefs that hold us back, that somehow we learned along the way that like we weren't capable of doing stuff or we weren't smart enough. And a lot of times it's to keep us safe, right? It's to keep us from feeling failure because our body does not like to fail. Our brains do not like to go through failure. So with that said, I am doing a masterclass coming up this coming week about the limiting beliefs holding you back from starting a printables business and taking your Etsy shop and moving it to digital so that you can create so much more freedom in your life and passive income so that you don't have to work so hard in your Etsy business and you can stop being resentful. Okay. So I have this masterclass coming up. I'd love for you to sign up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over your limiting beliefs about starting a printables business. And then we are going to talk about how to remove those. And the fun thing is you're going to remove the limiting beliefs about starting a printables business on Etsy. But on top of that, you're going to learn how to remove limiting beliefs in your life. So if you have any other limiting beliefs that are just limiting you from taking chances, from growing yourself, from growing your business, from, living a bigger life and going after your biggest dreams, the first step in that is removing those limiting beliefs. And that's what we're going to talk about. And I cannot wait for this. This is coming up this Thursday. So I'd love for you to sign up and I'd love to see you there so we can talk through those limiting beliefs and get them out of here. So if you want to go enroll in that, you better get in there soon because it's going to be closing very soon. You can go to atouchofla.com/learn. Again, that's atouchofla.com/learn. Perfect timing because I have a kid coming in. So I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day if you're watching this live. And I hope to see you in the masterclass. Again, atouchofla.com/learn. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Mommy?
Yeah, honey.